Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the vlog. It is 9 a.m. on Sunday the 17th? 18th. I don't know what day it is apparently of the month. Oops. But, I can't speak, I'm too tired. So, today's plan slash what I'm doing today slash update for like what happened last week type thing is I'm currently taking part in the Avengers Initiative reading challenge. We're doing like a boss battle. So essentially, I'll kind of lightly explain it, the Avengers Initiative reading challenge is kind of a Marvel based reading challenge where you read books to recruit Avengers, and then about twice a month there is these boss battles where sometimes, like this one, it's where you have to read a lot in a weekend. On top of that, I am also doing Seasonathons, Summertime Reads, Readathon, Mini Readathon, which is a 24 and 48. I'm not going to be able to get the 24 and 48 as I only have 7 hours and 45 minutes read so far between yesterday and today. So I'm just trying to do it as many hours as possible. I'm aiming for 12. So that's kind of where we're at. I know between 11 and 1 your local time, you have to read 50 pages as an attack for the boss battle. We're battling Ultron with our books, essentially. And then between 2 p.m. and 11 p.m. your local time, you have to read 400 pages, and throughout this like Ultron boss battle, you are able to recruit Avengers. So I kind of use some of the like rewards, which were like remove blank amount of pages from your reading challenge, to get that down to 320. That's still outrageous because I'm going to the fair at like 12:30 because it's the last day of my local fair. I'm going with like a family friend, and I haven't been to a fair since 2019, and even then that got rained out within the first like 3 hours of me being there. So the last time I went to a fair and like really got to enjoy it was 2018, and I love anything thrill seeking, like fair rides, all of that. So what I'm going to do for this is, first I'm going to finish editing my last vlog because I still have about 30 minutes of footage to edit. Then right at 11 I'm going to finish Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I have, I think, like 54 pages left. I'm not exactly sure. So this, I'm going to finish this, which this was originally a DNF and now it's a 5-star. I'll explain all that when I finish it. I think that is everything. I probably won't update much throughout the day. I'll definitely update when I finish this. I also want to apologize for any background noise you might hear. I have a million fans on. Okay, I have 5 fans on in my room, but without those fans, my room literally feels like a sauna, and even then with the fans it does, because old house, no AC, heat. If any lighting is off, it's because most of the time I just use my computer behind the camera to light, but sometimes I use my ring light here or the natural light of my like ceiling light. Okay, so I finished Illuminate and I'm gonna get 5 stars. Well, 5 stars, and it might be a new possible favorite. Like that's how does this go from a DNF to a 5-star? Because I read the audiobook. But I literally cried at the end because I'm trying to figure out how this was without spoilers, but there's a character that for like a good chunk of the book you thought was dead, and it's revealed that they are not dead, and it's just like a breath of relief. I'm so excited to see like how the next book goes. But for example, I think there's an 8-week wait on the audiobook. Yeah, and I need the audiobook. And then I've requested the physical book from my library because this is a series that I'm definitely going to audio and physically read at the same time. But it's 12 o'clock. I'm about to leave to go pick up the person that I am going to the fair with. I probably won't film at the fair just because so many people and I already get anxiety from filming, like just taking photos. So if I take any photos or videos at the fair, I will put them in this video, but I highly doubt it. But I think I have everything that I need. Let's pray I don't forget anything. And let's see how fast I can spend $100 because that's approximately how much money I have for today. So it is about 8 o'clock. I got home from the fair about half an hour ago and have showered because I was sweating so much. I didn't get any photos or videos because, well, I just wanted to enjoy it. So I have 3 hours to read 320 pages, which I just might be able to do because A Deal with the Elf King gives me, I have a note somewhere, I think I have a note on my phone about how many pages it's going to be. I think it's like 220 some. Where is it? A Deal with the Elf King, if I finish it, that will be 228 pages. So that means I need to then find 92 pages of another book, which that other book would either be Salvation by Karen Licks, or if I can find my July TBR, A Song of Race and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown, or Charting Stars by Michelle and Reichman, or Trist 6 Venom by Penelope Douglas. Those are like my 4 main books that I'm wanting to start next. I'm going to continue drinking my Gatorade because I know I'm dehydrated, and this hopefully should help. And I went to the fair with $100. I came back with $38, which I'm like, how? Most of the time I'm like calling up my mom like, hey, can you drop off a $20 bill? I spent it all. But I think I knew because I got to keep everything that was left. Therefore, I get to spend money. I actually have money, and I'm going to spend some of it at the dollar store on getting things for my Instagram posts because I still want more things to get for it. Like, I'd love to get candles, or I'd love to get bookish candles, but those are really expensive. Like, I'm talking like cheapest I'm looking at is about $10 a candle plus about $30 shipping. So I'm gonna wait till I can save up money and buy those in bulk by people. But I might get some things for my like Instagram photos that I wanted to get at one point, but then I couldn't. Because there's a few things that I saw at my local dollar store that I was like, that could maybe work out. But I'm going to read because I have 3 hours to read 320 pages, and if not, that's fine. I've also given up on the 24 and 48 because I literally have 4 hours to read like 11 hours of reading plus, I don't know, like 20 million hours it feels like. But you best believe that as soon as it's 11, and I've either won the boss battle, or I've had to won the boss battle, lost the boss battle, or I have the ability to use one Avenger for completing a boss battle that I didn't actually participate in. But I'm wanting to save that for something else when I actually need to use it. So yeah, I'm going to read, and I'll let you know how that goes and just what happens the rest of the night. Okay, so it is 2:04 p.m. and I got up a couple hours ago, but I've just kind of finally managed to like get to the desk here and just kind of, I don't know how to even explain it, but I need to do schoolwork. That is my main thing right now this week. I will be filming a review for Illuminate tonight, I think, because I kind of want to just talk about it, and I feel like a review slash just my thoughts on it would be that. And also I needed a video for Wednesday anyway, so like might as well like double up. I need to put things on my spreadsheet, and what else? The video for today, my last week's vlog is currently like finishing exporting out of the editor, and that's going to take another hour, I think. 50 minutes, then I'll upload that. if I remember to do it, or I'll do it later. I don't know, as long as it's before midnight my time, I'm always content. I need to take some Instagram photos, and I think that's it for today. I have a list of things I need to do today, but I'm going to do all of that. I'm not sure really what I'm going to be doing throughout the day besides that, because I really need to catch up on my schoolwork, because my dad said that when I complete this, he's going to, like, give me money as a reward type thing, even though you should never have to pay your child to complete school. Like, I told him that. I was like, you don't have to, but he's like, no, I know how much this is, like, you've struggled doing this, and how hard this has been. This is just kind of a thing. And I'm like, I'm not gonna complain about money. Like, I'll probably see if I can use his credit card to, like, buy a few books. Like, I know I'm dying to read Kingdom of the Wicked, so I might see maybe if he'll buy me that. I don't know. I have to wait till I actually complete this to figure out. And I think my dad's going somewhere. But I'm going to do all what I said earlier. So it's 6:07, and all I've really done is schoolwork, which even then I've only done half a lesson. But that's just because today was so hot, and I'm just kind of recovering from yesterday because I got heat stroke yesterday. So I'm kind of taking today a little easy. Because I still have a headache from yesterday. But I'm going to now listen to the audiobook of The Trials of Apollo while doing my spreadsheet things, because I need to add a few books, add just a few other things onto it, and that's not even my main thing really. I don't know, I am debating doing that Illuminate review because I kind of don't want to like, I might not do a Wednesday video, just because I want to use this week to do my schoolwork. So I might film that tomorrow and edit it, but if I don't feel like doing that tomorrow, I'm going to save that for Saturday's video. Like, I wanted, in July I'm going to do 3 videos a week, technically 1 vlog, 2 other videos, but now I'm just kind of like, can I get through my schoolwork and then for August do that? Like, yes, August I'm probably going back to work because I've been off of work since May. But, you get what I'm saying? It's like a whole thing of like, I don't know, because I also want to try to get my contemporary book, like the rewrite, finished before school starts in September. So I also want to work on that. So I don't know. I'm like, part of me kind of wants to go down to 1 video a week, but I think I'm still going to try for 2. But I'm just not filming that video tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm going to do what I said, and then I'm going to read Meet Cute Diary by Emery Lee. That is the next book I'm going to pick up. And I feel like it'll be a lot different than my last read, because my last read was like Illuminate, which is mixed media sci-fi, and I listened to an audiobook, and now we're just back to like a wholesome queer contemporary. And then update on what I was supposed to read last night is I read about 10 pages of A Deal with the Elf King. Was like, I will not be able to read more. So I read like 10 pages or maybe like 1 chapter. I don't even know where I'm at. I think I might just be in the middle of a chapter, honestly. So like, yeah, there's that. I'm in the middle of a chapter, I think. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock and I got up at 10. I did a little bit of schoolwork. Then we had to go shopping because my mom got paid. And then we got coffee, and then sandwiches. A Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich is what I'm having. So far, updates on, I guess, what I read, because I didn't update last night. I made it to page like 42 of Meet Cute Diary. I took off the dust jacket, so that, if you can even see it. So I made it that far, and then I made it to, I think, about 60% of A Deal with the Elf King, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm praying that I can finish that tonight. But I'm going to eat, then we're going to put away groceries, and then I'm going to do some schoolwork. I do still really want to film my Illuminate review. I think that will be Saturday's video. I'm going to skip another Wednesday, just because I want to have a few videos on backlog. Like, for example, a Books I've DNF'd video, that I was going to film, that I filmed last week. Video footage got corrupt. Have that edited for if I can't when I'm working and when school starts up again. As well as like a book buzzword of like those kind of videos, just like videos that the information won't change in like a month when I upload them. So I need to plan out a few of those. I want to have at least like 2 or 3 videos backlog planned to just upload whenever. That's not my main priority, but that's kind of the idea of planning that type of stuff this week. But I do want to film my Illuminae review so I can return the book to the library. But I'm going to eat, do schoolwork, and I'll let you know. So I got part of another lesson done, and then I literally spent the last hour arguing with my printer, literally just trying to print off 2 pieces of paper for like some of my questions that like you have to print off for like making sure essentially you know what the fuck you're doing. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this, like with all of this, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna like doing what I can, and whatever I get is whatever I get. I don't plan on going into a career with this type of thing. But now it is it's 6:47. I am going to relax for like a few minutes and watch a YouTube video. And at this point, I'm not writing my contemporary story tonight. I'm too frustrated to write it. Like, I need to be in a calming, relaxing mood to read it, especially because I need to be relaxed and not tense to write it, because especially because of the content, especially in the next like few upcoming chapters, is kind of a bit heavy. So I need to be like in a light mood. I can't be in a like upset, depressive mood, because then I just have this feeling that I'm just gonna like snap. So I'm gonna try to write some of that tomorrow. But at this point, I'm just like, if I don't write any of that for the rest of the month, I don't write any of that for the rest of the month. I've kind of said things like this. Just because I'm not writing that story doesn't mean I'm giving up on it, or I'm loving it even like less than I did when I started writing it. It's just that, for example, it's a rewrite, so I'm rewriting the kind of same things I did before, except I'm rewording it and rephrasing things and like adding details and adding a few little scenes here and there, like expanding on scenes from before. But it's not that I don't want to do that, it's just that I want to perfect it, and if I'm not in the right mood to write it, I'm not going to be able to write it the way I want, and then I won't feel good about it. So I'm just gonna like leave that until I have the time, because I also want to just sit down and write it for hours and not like, oh, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, because like I just don't like that. So I'm going to watch YouTube, eat, because I'm hungry. I'm like, I want to like stress eat almost, because I have 11 days to complete 3 small lessons, a exam, a large assignment, and a final exam, which doesn't seem like a lot of time, but when that large assignment's gonna take like 4 or 5 days on its own. And then I have to study for the exam and the like final. That's where it's like, it is my fault, but at the same time I'm just like, it's my fault, but I need to own up to it, but I also need to get this shit done. So I'm gonna try to like force myself over the like tomorrow to do a lot of schoolwork, and over these next few days. So I read some more Meet Cute Diary, and I'm just gonna hold up the dust jacket because I don't read with the dust jacket on. I made it to page 133, and I'm really liking it. If you don't know what the premise is, it's essentially, we have Noah, who is a trans boy who, like, has this, like, blog of all these trans meet cutes, and, like, runs it, but they're all fake. But when somebody tries to expose him for it being fake, ends up fake dating this boy named Drew, And let's just say I'm at the point that I'm like, yes, they're fake dating, but like literally it's about an inch from being real dating without realizing it, because like literally it's so fucking cute. Literally what this book is in the title, cute. It's so cute. It's so like, because it's all these like cute little dates, and it's just so cute. It's just so cute. Like, I love fake dating and I love anything queer, so like this is like, love it. Like, I obviously am enjoying it, and it is really good, and I'm excited to read more of it, but I am going to stop for the night because it's 8:15 and I'm literally tired. I'm going to try to finish A Deal with the Elf King tonight, and then also at midnight there is a book that I've been like dying to read, so if I'm up at that time I might read a little bit of that, and that is what is it called? What is it called? Oh my gosh, my brain is brain farting. Yeah, and that book is Flames and Starlight by Dana Isley. I never know how to pronounce her last name, but that's a book I'm excited to read, and I believe it's going to be on Kindle Unlimited, so I'll just probably read it on that. It's also a short book, like I think it, like on Amazon it says like 170 pages, so I'm like, I'll gladly read that. So I might start that tonight if I finish A Deal with the Elf King. I also will write, but I probably will not update more until tomorrow, and even then I'm not sure when. So it's 1:16 on Wednesday, and I'm about to film 2 videos. I'm going to film my Illuminae review, which I think this one's going to be my Saturday video, and then I'm also going to refilm the books I DNF video that the file got corrupt. And I am still going to mention this because it was a DNF before I reread it, and I'm going to like say that in the video. So I'm going to film those, and yeah. So 2 videos down. That is pretty much like 2 of the 3 videos I need to film this week. But I am now going to, what am I going to do? That's actually the question. I actually don't know what I'm going to do. I know I need to do another science lesson because I did half of one this morning. I need to start editing this vlog, so I might export all the footage on my camera here and then figure that out. I know I want to write some of my contemporary story, which at the time rate it is, which is 141, I will be able to. I'm dying to finish The Deal with the Elf King because I didn't finish it last night. But I'm absolutely loving it. Like, it's probably a 4-star. It's not like, oh my gosh, amazing. But, like, it lived up to what I hoped. I hoped it was just going to be a quick, fun, like, fantasy book. And that's exactly what it is. I wasn't able to read Flame and Starlight by Dana Isley as I was hoping, because technically I wasn't able to, like, get it on my Kindle until 1 a.m. And by then I was too tired to read. So I didn't read it, obviously. I'm trying to think of anything else bookish. I know I need to take some Instagram photos. I took one this morning for today, but I have like a couple more that I need to do. But I think that's everything, just like off the top of my head. I'd love to work on a couple things of my spreadsheet. Like, I want to add to my spreadsheet an entire section for TV shows and movies, because I'm thinking of doing a video at the end of the year as like a bonus video type thing of like all the movies that I've watched this year and all the TV shows I've watched this year, and like what were my favorites, because I feel like just because this is bookish related doesn't mean I can't have a few non-bookish related videos on my channel. But I think I'm going to just do things on my computer. I don't know, schoolwork. I don't know, really. So it's almost 8 o'clock, and I wrote some of my contemporary book. Whoop, whoop. I wrote over 1,000 words. I got almost a whole chapter written. Which I'm thinking of combining this chapter with the last chapter, but I just don't need to figure that out. But I also read another couple chapters of Meet Cute Diary, so I made it to 50%, and it is so fucking cute, but it also is talking about things that I don't think, like off the top of my head, I don't think I've ever read in a book, and that is we have a side character of Devin trying to kind of figure out what pronouns they want to use, and just kind of being confused about that, which I've never seen in a book. Like, not even like just the character that we see the point of view, but a side character trying to figure that out. And like, to my knowledge, I can't think of any, at least any that has stood out. Like, obviously I'm gonna go on a rant, but obviously I've read books that have had characters, like main characters and side characters, be trans or non-binary or all of that, but Devin identifies as non-binary but is trying to figure out what pronouns fit best. And that is one thing that I'm excited to kind of see this journey of how that goes. And overall, I'm sitting here like, okay, Noah and Drew are fake dating, but I'm literally like sitting here like, at this point, just remove the fake from it. They are so cute together. It's just so like wholesome, the way it's just like, oh yeah, this is for the diary. Like, this event, I wanted to bring you to this place for the diary, but if we can't get good photos, oh well, it's just for us. Because they're fake dating for the diary. Like, for the Meet Cute diary, like I think it's Tumblr, or like a blog. I think it's a blog on Tumblr, I think. But, like, I'm just really enjoying it. It's exactly that wholesome, cute content that I wanted, so I'm eating it up. When in doubt, anything wholesome and cute, I'll just eat up. But I'm going to finish A Deal with the Elf King tonight. I'm going to finish that. I'm not going to go to sleep until I goddamn finish that. I have 21% left. And then I want to start Flames and Starlight by Dana Isley. I've talked about that already, but I'm excited to read it. I might get it all done tonight, or definitely finishing it tomorrow night, because it's only 179 pages, I think. So, like, that's easy to do. And then I want to write more of my fantasy book. Okay, so it's 5:40 on Thursday, and I've been just spending all day doing schoolwork, and I think I'm finally caught up to a point that I'm comfortable with, that I am, like, not worrying about if I will complete it or not, which is great. That, like, weight is, like, lifted off my chest, it feels like, a little bit. But I'm going to now write more of my contemporary book. I technically should edit, but, like, edit a video, but I don't feel like it. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. As long as it's done tomorrow, that's fine. I am also going to add A Deal with the Elf King to my spreadsheet, because I finished it and I gave it a 4 stars. I did really like it. It's like, it's not what I expected it to be, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. I don't really know what I expected from it besides the description. And I did really love it, and I even, when I tell you, like, at the end of the book, it was like, if you want to read a bonus scene, like, if you want to read a bonus scene that takes place about, I think it was like a year after, but it's actually 2 years after, sign up to Elise Kova's, newsletter. And when I say I had to do that, because, like, I do really like these characters, and, like, the relationship between, the two main characters of Luelle and Aldous. I really, 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 really loved that. Like, it was just, like, it's enemies to lovers. What do you expect? Like, book buzzword. But I'm going to now write. I've already mentioned that. I need to shower, because I've been sweating so much today that I just, feel, not that much has happened, really. I know that I'm debating taking part in, there's a 24-hour readathon hosted by Mel Reads. I think that's her channel name on YouTube. And I'm debating taking part in that, but that depends on how tomorrow goes, so then, because that's Saturday. But I'm not sure about that. I don't know. When in doubt, I'm not sure what I'm going to do half the time. So I just quickly want to update my reading on Meet Cute Diary. I don't, like, my thoughts are, we're currently going through maybe a bump in the road, aka a bump in the relationship, which is now confirmed to be, like, Noah and Drew are dating. And it seems like now we're going through a bit of a bump in the road, but not only that, there's a bump in Noah's friendship with his best friend from, like, home. I think I talked a little bit, I'm trying to remember what I said yesterday. I think I talked a little bit about Devin, and I'm really liking Em as a character, and the pronouns that E is going by are EM pronouns, like, which, like, is, okay, do not take this out of any context, but it's weird reading because it is something that in my daily life I do not see, I do not use, so it's taken my little brain, I don't know where I'm going, it's taken my little brain here a little bit to, like, wrap around. Like, when I'm reading it, it's fine, it flows, but then saying it, my brain is almost like, you're saying it wrong, but then I'm not, and it's like, it's just because you have to get used to things, and this is me getting used to it. I am being honest and saying that my brain is taking a little bit to process it, but that's okay because I am owning up to maybe slipping up. And that is something that when you're learning, like when you're learning somebody's pronouns either in a book or in real life, to try your hardest not to fuck up, and if you do, fix that mistake, learn, try harder. And now I guess we're going on a whole rant about that. But I don't know how I feel about this book, because I love it, and it's very, like, it's what I wanted, but at the same time, I'm just kind of a little bit, like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I think I'm going to probably keep the rest of my thoughts to myself until the end, because I'm not really sure how I feel. Like, I'm liking it. I'm really enjoying it. I love Noah as a main character. But other than that, I don't really have any other big thoughts besides what I've said. I'm probably going to either finish this book tomorrow or Saturday. Probably Saturday, because I still have like 120-ish pages left. So split that between 2 days probably. But now the ebook that I'm going to be starting is A Song of Race and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown, and I'm really excited to read this because I've only heard good things about it ever since it came out last June. And it's the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge group book for July, so I have to read it. Like, I have to read it if I want to be able to, like, use it for prompts, essentially. So I'm going to start that. I have it borrowed from my library, because my library had it, so why not get it from my library, save me a little bit of money. And then after I read some of that, I'm going to continue Flames and Starlight by Dana Isley, and I only got 10% in, which is the first 2 chapters, and I've technically already read this point because I've read Flames and Starlight, what Dana posted on Wattpad, which was the first, like, I don't know, like 15 chapters, like about half the book, I'd say, at least. So I do know what's going to happen next, so I feel like it will be a quick read because A, it's under 200 pages, but also I know what happens the first, like, half or so of the book. Could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more. So that's kind of the plan. So it's 3:36 and I just haven't had the urge to pick up the camera, so I obviously didn't. But I did my schoolwork for the day, I posted on Instagram, and then I did a few things around the house that needed to be done. I'm now going to edit my Illuminate video that goes up tomorrow, as well as the thumbnail in the description. And then I want to work on, there's something in my spreadsheet that I want to do, that I started that I need to finish. So I'd love to do that. And then I'd also love to start editing this vlog. So there's a live by Super Carlin Brothers that I want to watch at 5. So I'd like to get some of this done by 5. And that live stream probably will be like 2 hours, I think. This video shouldn't take that long to edit because it is only, I think, like, what? 11 minutes of raw footage. So that will literally take me probably like half an hour to edit at most. I am taking a part in Mel from Mel Reads 24-hour readathon. That starts 10 p.m. where I am and then goes to 10 p.m. where I am. So I'm going to be taking part of that, and my goal is to read as much as A Song of Wraiths and Ruins as possible, which I got to 24% last night. I'm really enjoying it so far. I don't really have much thoughts except for I'm enjoying it because I feel like I don't have enough of the plot and enough of the world to talk about, but it is really interesting, really detailed, and I'm really liking it. Last night we actually had the power go out for like 2 hours, so I was going to film my thoughts, like just kind of what I said now, but we didn't have any lights, so I couldn't film because the only light I would have had was my phone, like the flashlight, and that just would have been horrible lighting. So it's 8 o'clock and I am going to go ahead and read like a chapter, maybe a couple pages of Meet Cute Diary, wherever the hell it is. Can you read that? I don't know. And then I'm going to kind of start what I'd normally do for the night, although I know that Mel from Mel Reads is doing live sprints at 10 to kick off the like 24-hour readathon, which I'm very nervous for because I have such a high expectation for what I want to get done. But tomorrow I need to do a science test and it's my parents' anniversary, so I kind of do want to spend the day with them because, well, Jesus Christ, they've married for 17 years. Still don't know how they put up with each other sometimes. I'm joking, like all of that. So I'm probably only going to get reading done in like the morning. When I mean morning, I mean 1, 2 a.m. And then the evening, like, chunk. Although I will try to read throughout the day. But I did also get that video edited. That literally took 20 minutes to do, not even, and it's already edited and export. I do need to do the thumbnail still, but I can do that tomorrow. I'm just forgetting everything I have to do today. Oops. But I'll let you know, kind of, I'm thinking maybe once the sprints are done or I decide to leave the sprints, probably will update. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so I don't know how well I'm in frame, but I know there's a mess behind me, but I finished Meet Cute Diary. I'm quickly going to put the cover on the dust jacket while I talk because there's 5 minutes left in the sprint, but I managed to read the last about 100 pages in 45 minutes, and I really do like this book. I'm not sure what my rating is going to be. I'm going to use Cawpile to figure that out, but okay, I think I might do an entire review of this book at some point on my channel because I feel like I do have quite a few thoughts on it that I need to process, but my initial thoughts is that I really enjoyed this book, especially how, I guess spoilers, how it discusses that, not how relationships can be toxic, but how relationships can start from the wrong reason, thus leading them to feel toxic, because I will say that the ending of Noah and Drew's relationship was a little bit like leaning towards the toxic side. What you never really see in YA is even a slightly toxic relationship that doesn't end up getting resolved. Anytime in YA there's for example, something that is toxic, but it ends up getting resolved by the end of the book. But in this, instead, because of that slight toxicity, Noah realizes that like Drew isn't the person for him, and then ends up admitting his feelings for Devin, and the two of them by the end of the book are together in a long distance relationship. And I really enjoyed this. It definitely is. I still am saying that it's cute and all of that. I'm trying to think of any initial thoughts. I loved some of the banter and just some of the conversations in this. And I think I'm going to leave that there because I need to work on my thoughts for a review. I am going to do a review of this. And then obviously in said review I will obviously mention, like, I cannot say anything about this representation being accurate as I am a cisgender female. So, and like this is, the main character is a transgender male, so I obviously can't say anything about how accurate it is or anything like that. Like, that representation I cannot say, and I won't say because I don't want to misguide somebody. But again, enjoyed it. I've already said that. The sprints are still going. It's currently 11:09. My brain forgot how to read times there. But in the next sprint, I'm going to continue A Song of Race and Ruin, and I'll probably talk about that after the sprints are done. I think I might do one sprint with A Song of Race and Ruin, and then another sprint doing Flames and Starlight. Okay, so it's now 12:30. I went ahead and I did Cawpile, and Cawpile said a 4, but I'm bumping it up to a 4.5 because, well, I get to make the final decision. For some books, when I'm like, I'm not sure what to rate it, I'll do Cawpile and then go from there and see if I agree or disagree. And I do 0.5s anyways. Cawpile doesn't. If you don't know what Cawpile is, just literally Google Cawpile book roast, and it's pretty much a rating system that I use every once in a while when I'm unsure. But for Meet Cute Diary, I'm going to give it a 4.5. I can't give it a 5 because I do feel like there were some things that I was just not like 100% with, but a 4 I felt like was too low, so 4.5. I also managed to get to 40% of A Song of Race and Ruin, so I read another 76 pages, I think is what my percentages came out to, because, well, I borrowed it from my library and I read it on a bigger font, so like I have to calculate the percentages, and I'm really enjoying it. So far we have Malik, who is taking part in these trials in order to save his little sister. And this wasn't his plan, but it's kind of what's happening. And then we have Karina, whose mother was just killed. Not really a spoiler, it's in the description. And she is agreeing, because she's now going to be the queen, she kind of needs a king. She's agreeing to marry whoever wins the trial, and Malik, to save his little sister, has to kill Karina, and that's the gist of it. And that's kind of where we're at to the point, is like where these challenges, we're going into the second challenge. There's 3 challenges, 4 challenges, I've lost track. It's dual point of view. I'm really liking it. Like, so far it's a solid 4. Like, that's kind of what I'm expecting this to be, a 4-star read. I really love how it's West African inspired, which I have never really read a book West African inspired. So I will say that some of the pronunciations in my brain, I'm going, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I googled the pronunciation guide and I couldn't find anything, so either I didn't look hard enough, but I did look, or I'm just an idiot and didn't Google it right. But I'm now going to go on TikTok for a little bit, and then I'm going to continue with Flame and Starlight. At the rate I read, it says I have an hour and 11 minutes left in the book, and I'd love to get this done tonight. We're kind of starting to get on the really good stuff, in my opinion. Like, everything's starting to pick up, but also that's like 100 pages, I think. 100 or so pages, maybe 110 pages left of the book, and I'm like, I can read that. I can read that tonight. So it is now 2 2:47 and I didn't vlog this morning, obviously. Me and my parents, we went out for a dinner for their anniversary because that's something that we do every year, because it's kind of almost like a running joke of like, I was there at their wedding, might as well be there for their anniversary. And then we went to the cemetery to visit my two grandmas and my sister, which was really fucking hard because that's the first time we visited them, like my two grandmas, since we had their funerals. And it was like really fucking hard. But now I'm going to upload my video and then I have to do a science test, which I'm scared of, because I'm scared I'm going to do bad, but as long as I get a passing grade, that's all that matters, really. I also totally forgot to say that I also returned Illuminae from my library, and I got Wildcard by Marie Lu. I started this, I read Warcross back in December, and I'm dying to finish this series, so I got this. And then also, I figured I'm kind of wanting to read more sci-fi, and I have to wait for Gemina, and then I'm going to be reading Salvation by Karen Licks next week. But I figured next month might as well continue with a sci-fi series I started, and I got Aurora Burning, which means that I will be caught up for the release of Aurora's End, which comes out November something. I can't remember the exact date. But I did really like the first book in this series that I read in April, and my library had it, so I figured, might as well grab it. I swear, me and this goddamn printer that I have hate each other. It never wants to work, but it works. Like, I need to print something out for school. It won't print out any of the documents or photos that I need to print, but it will print off its like diagnostic things and scan. Which, like, I do need scanning for later, but I need to print off these goddamn things. So I did end up getting the printer working. I went ahead and did my test and sent that in, and now my editor is opening and I'm going to edit. It's 7:30, I'm probably going to edit till like 8 and then start reading. I'm going to be starting Some Girls Do by Jennifer Duggan. I'm just kind of tired at this point. That test really took a lot out of me. So, yeah, but I'm going to get at least a couple clips edited in this. So I'm going to start Some Girls Do by Jennifer Duggan, and I don't know how long the chapters are, but I want to at least make like a few chapters, maybe 1 or 2 chapters in, because it's already 8:16. I have the first 15 minutes of my vlog edited, so that is good. But I will let you know my first thoughts on this, and then what I plan on doing for the rest of the night. So I made it 30 pages into Some Girls Do. Took the dust jacket off because that's what I do. So far 30 pages isn't a lot to go off, but I like it so far. Briefly of what the book's about, we have Ruby, who is a like beauty queen, and her mom like forces her to do that. And Morgan, who is a openly gay like track athlete. She got kicked out of her last school for being gay, like being into girls and all that. And so that's kind of all I really got so far. And also that's pretty much like the description. So far it's okay. 30 pages in, ain't gonna be a lot, but it's queer. That's pretty much all I need to do. All it needs to be like. Queer is pretty much like a buzzword. If it's queer, I pretty much will like it. And I haven't, like, and in all honesty, I haven't really read that many like sapphic romance books, like contemporary romance books. Really, like, I can't name that many. Like, I can probably count all I read on like 2 hands, maybe, of like just overall sapphic romances. So I'm glad to be up in the numbers, I guess. But I'm going to continue reading A Song of Race and Ruins, and I'd love to get like maybe to like 70%. I'm not sure. 60% I think will be my goal, which is like 100 pages, give or take. And then I want to finish Flames and Starlight by Dana Isley. I'm loving it so far. It's like fae, fantasy romance type thing, and I'm just like enjoying it. Nothing huge is like that I want to talk about. I might talk a little bit about it when I finish it, which would be in my next vlog that I'll talk about it. And I do want to mention, I am kind of like dropping this 24-hour readathon type thing, as I'm pretty much just going to read for the next hour and see how much I read. And this was low-key, I wasn't like actively participating in it. But yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here because of it being almost 9 o'clock. And also, I don't really think anything else will happen tonight. And I need to export this footage and get it into the video editor and see how much longer, like how long this video is going to be and all of that. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, and bye!